Hello everybody and welcome back. We finally got our cute little tree up and I am so excited to get the rest of our house like Christmasified. So today I'm going to take you around with me a little bit. I have started pulling out some bins. I've got a little bit of homemaking to take care of. The house is like not starting off in perfect condition, but you know, when is it starting off in perfect condition? I'm starting to think of some of the big major things I want to get done before we do our Christmas decorations. One of the things is that I actually got new curtains for this room, so I will be putting these up here in just a little bit. Ivy actually started sleeping in the guest bed in her bedroom right now, and from where she sits, she can see right into the TV in like the back porch area, and sometimes Josh is back there watching like John Wick. You know, I don't need her to see people like roundhouse kicking each other and a TV flashing into her room at night. And so I knew that I was going to need to buy some new curtains for her room. And so because I've never been like 100% like sure about these, I actually bought some that I think are going to look way better in here, and I'm going to move these eventually into her room. I'm not even gonna worry about that today. I just wanna get the new ones up. And then I also got some new bedding from Brooklinen that I'm gonna put onto our bed here. Josh like stripped everything this morning for me like an angel. I like to start with like kind of like the big statement things, you know, like main pieces before I head in with all of our little things. I tried taking the time to take off all of this vinyl and it's taken me a while, so I'm gonna recruit the girls to help me with that in a little bit later. But yeah, if y'all wanna just join me today, I'm gonna be doing some Christmassy stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to film it all. It really is such a huge undertaking. Maybe I'll just stick to like the living room and bedroom and that stuff today, and maybe I can make a separate video for more of like our kitchen and everything, just because to get it all done in one video is just like bonkers. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna pull out this new bedding from Brooklinen. I've been so excited to put it on, but I've been waiting to show y'all on camera first. So let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, so my inspiration for this bedding is actually this wedding ring quilt that I thrifted from the Goodwill outlet earlier this year. You guys know that I kind of went back and forth on it because I was like, well, you know, I'm not gonna use this for our own bed. I like our own bedding a little bit better, but then I thought about it and I was like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect for like Christmas time. And I love this color of the rings. Y'all know how I feel about red. I am willing to integrate it into my Christmas decorations, but it's not my favorite. And so I hopped on over to Brooklinen to see if I could find some bedding that kind of went along with that. And y'all, I found some bedding that I've been looking for the longest time. So let me go ahead and show you what's in here. I got the linen duvet set just for the top of our bed. I'll show you their website right here. But I went online and I actually found these adorable sheets. Look at these. How perfect are these? Okay, so crazy. I've literally been looking for a nice ticking stripe sheet for our beds for years. I've actually had sheets that look so similar to this in my Amazon wish list for the longest time, and nobody ever bought them for me. And so when I went on to Brooklinen and I saw all of their options, I found these and I just about jumped over the moon. And because I got so excited about these, I actually got them for our king size like master, and I also got them for the queen bed, like our guest bed in Ivy's room, which has now become Ivy's bed because she no longer wants to sleep in her crib. I love the fact that we have the opportunity to like refresh our bedrooms and kind of cozy up our spaces for the holiday season. And changing up your bedding is like the perfect way to embrace those colder months. The cool thing about it too is that Brooklinen actually has these like limited edition seasonal colors that you can choose from. This raisin color is one of those seasonal colors, and you have to get to them soon because they run out super fast. Isn't that so lovely for Christmas? I think that this is going to be such an awesome color and pattern combination. Don't y'all think that that's gonna be so cute together? Okay, I cannot wait to get this on. So these sheets are tried and true. They have over 100,000 plus 5-star reviews, more than any other online bedding company. Their sheets not only look great, but they feel great too. We've had ours for over a year now and we love sleeping on them. And online you can mix and match over 20 plus colors and patterns. I love their linen because it's the lightest and most breathable fabric. It's made in Portugal. And I love that it has that like perfectly imperfect signature like rumpled look to it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these on my bed, but but let me tell you that right now, Brooklinen is having their Black Friday sale, and all Brooklinen items are 25% off through November 29th. Use my link below so that you can save up to 40% when buying their bundles, because you can stack their bundle deals with their Black Friday deal. This is your time to finally refresh your bedding or get a jump start on your holiday shopping, because this is their largest sale of the year. Okay, now let's open up these curtains. They might be a little bit wrinkly, but I feel like from what I could see online, they look like, oh yes, they are just gonna fit this space, I feel like, so much better than what we have right now. Look at those. Is that not so cute? Oh, I'm so excited to get these up. I think this is gonna look so pretty in this room. Ugh. Thank you. Y'all will see here that I had a time putting up these curtains. Oh my goodness, trying to do this all by myself is just, I don't know. Sometimes I just take on too much and I don't know why, but that's what I did here. I didn't show you guys, but I actually made like 8,000 mistakes while I was doing this. I tried to cut it out and make it nice and cute for you, but I did love how these curtains look, that kind of like brownish grayish color with the plaid. I felt like just went so well with our decor style. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit like an idiot right now because these clearly are not long enough. I must have gotten 108 inches for the other ones and not 95. And now I'm kicking myself because they look so good and I'm gonna have to return them. This looks so silly. And now I did all this work just for nothing. Dang it. Okay, so I actually take back what I said before. I did not get these on Amazon. I forgot I got them on Wayfair, but when I just looked them up on Amazon, they do come with like these like an extended version, like with like little hoopy things that come down, but they're out of stock right now. So I think I'm actually just gonna put these on and sit with them for a couple weeks. I mean, most of this is covered up by our side table anyway, so I think I'm just gonna keep moving forward and I'm just gonna put them up and I'm gonna see how noticeable it is that they are just a little bit short. Okay, so round two. And you guys, I know that a lot of you were a fan of these gold velvet curtains. I bought them just kind of like on a whim. A lot of decisions that I made when we bought our house, I just made without actually seeing them in our house. And I just have never felt fully confident in these. And I feel so much better with these plaid ones. But of course here you can see that I grabbed the rail along with it and had to go over and fix it later. You guys, I do everything so imperfectly. Okay, and here we go. Not excellent, but not bad. I feel like these end tables cover it up pretty well. And so, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with these for now. And I don't know if I change my mind. And yeah, we're gonna just work with them. Right, buddy? Okay, so I'm realizing now that I never addressed what happened to our green couches here on the internet. So as y'all know, we got some awesome velvet couches last year. Truthfully, I was just gonna try them out, see how they felt in our living room, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to keep them. but I liked them so much, you guys. Like, they were such great quality. All of the backs of them were like feather filled. They were great quality, like all of it. When I first got them, I was like, okay, this is a little bit modern for my space, but let's go ahead and try it out. And after we got them in, oh my word, the way that they transformed the space, it just made it so that I could not get rid of them. I loved them so much. We kept them for about 5 months, and there was this nagging feeling of, this just feels a little bit too modern for me. I know that they're like more of a mid-century style, but I don't love how this is just like so much cream. So I think I told you guys that the plan is to paint all of the trim in this room this color called Pigeon by Farrow and Ball. And I think that that's gonna really make our furniture stand out and look much better. So we actually did put these couches up, and they were up for like a month and a half and nobody ever bought them. And so when I finally made the decision to paint all the trim, I was like, let me have those old couches back. I love them so much. And so we did wind up letting the green ones go. We sold them, and unless there's a miracle, they're not coming back. So anyway, y'all can get used to our linen couches again. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of decorate the backs of these, and I'll probably move this guy right over there. Okay, now I'm heading up to Rosie's room where we keep all of the Christmas quilts. So I've got quite a collection, so we've got to keep them up here. Y'all, I am telling you, this little throw blanket, this gingham throw blanket that I found from the Goodwill is one of my favorite finds this year. This was $1.99, and I will say it kind of smells like an old lady's house, but not necessarily in a bad way. I did wash it, but it kind of has one of those like burned in smells, if you know what I mean. But I also brought in another quilt. I had this on this same couch last year. It's not my favorite Christmas quilt, but I do like the colors of this one a little bit better than the other one. So last year I got these green plaid and then red velvet pillow covers that I had on our couch, kind of like so. And I like loved it last year, but for some reason this year, I am really feeling like I just want to scale things back. I don't know, sometimes it just seems like really harsh to have like these really dark colors on our light couches. And so this year I think that I'm just gonna do these little guys next to our pillows that we already have. And I know that this is maybe a little bit more boring than last year, but I feel like with this new little throw blanket, it kind of ties in the red. But you guys, I really am scaling back this year. I think I'm just gonna try to be a little bit more simple. There's like a part of me that just literally wants to throw all of my Christmas decorations away and just make everything super simple this year. And you know what? I may actually just take these green pillow covers and put them on the pillows that are on our front porch, like the ones on our seats. And then I can also put them on the pillows that are on our bench. And then they would all match out there. I think I'm gonna do that instead. Switching it all up this year. All right, I'm bringing in this cute little Santa cross stitch that I got from the Goodwill outlet last year, and also this little postcard pillow that I'm not sure if it's like 100% my style anymore, but I do have it left over from last year, and I felt like the chair needed a little something. So now I'm gonna start rolling up all of our blankets and my favorite Christmas quilts and putting them in this pretty basket that I got from Junk Stock this past spring, including this new one that I actually haven't shown you guys. Maybe I'll have to tell you a little bit more about that another time. And then I did decide to go back with this winter painting that I had up last year. And I know that I got the mirror that has been up all fall. And I think I actually decided that the mirror is a little bit more, again, mid-century than my style. And so I think I'm going to move that up to the girls' bathroom, which has kind of like a little bit more of like a cottagecore feel, but I felt like the gold ornate was really cute up there. So I'll have to show you guys how I styled that at some point. Here is this new nativity that I got. I will tell you guys a little bit more about this nativity next week. When I go into my favorite thrifted finds from this year, I'll also tell you guys a little bit about this new sled that I have. And I just placed a little candle on top. I don't know about you guys, but Fraser Fir is my favorite scent of Christmas time. And I have multiple candles throughout the house that are this scent. This one actually though is a cranberry candle, and it sounds silly, but I only burn it about once each year because I like the actual candle itself so much and I don't want to use it up. Now it's time to decorate the mantle, which is always like the most stressful thing for me because I always overdo it. This year I'm really trying to pull things back. If I could actually redo this, I probably would take off all of the lights and everything too. I don't know what's going on with me, but last year I had everything twinkling and beautiful and everything was on timers and our whole house was sparkling and our girls love it. But something about me this year, I just don't necessarily want all the glimmer and glam. I just want things to be pulled back. So next year, I'm not even sure if I will use this garland just because there are a lot of pieces missing. I think I told you guys last year that I got this from the thrift store for like $5. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use it this year and I already lit it, so there's no going back now. So the biggest challenge that I have for this is just to keep it simple. Last year I cluttered this up so much and this year I just want to bring it to a few things. I don't know if you guys saw, but I have some antique brass bells on there that I have hanging. On the other side I've got our stockings, and then up here I have some like little German Christmas toy things. This thing is missing some candles. I went to go get some and they were out at the dollar store. But yeah, I just wanted to keep it as simple and classic as possible. Okay, so something that I forgot to mention that I'm doing this year is I'm going to add in a little bit of this soft blue and kind of like an orangish goldish color into our Christmas decor. Last year I looked back at the footage and it was just so much green and red, which is awesome, it's Christmas, but I felt like we needed a little bit more of like transitional colors in our home. And so this year I think I'm gonna actually go with some blue on these candle sconces. I think I'm just gonna tie a little bow around them just to kind of like tie in some of the blue over here in this painting, or you know, some of the blue in this lamp. I don't know, just give it a little bit more transitional feel so that it's not just so stark white, red, and green all over the place. And as I finish up tying up these little bows, I'm still not 100% sure how I feel about the blue, if I'm gonna keep it or maybe I'm gonna change it to that pretty kind of like dark gold color. But I'm gonna be bringing in some finishing touches here in the living room, such as this sweet little votive. I got this like maybe 15-20 years ago at a craft fair in Sioux Falls. And then I'll be bringing in this cute little Christmas tree, and I had some leftover fabric to wrap around the bottom that I thought would look cute as just kind of like a little makeshift tree skirt. And then I'm going to be taking out these cosmos and replacing them with some little greenery. I did wind up changing this a little bit after I recorded this, but I just wanted to get a little bit of holiday feel to our dresser in our bedroom. Okay, y'all, so I am actually like kind of rearranging as I go. Some of my things have even changed since the beginning of this video, but it's funny because I actually watched my Christmas home tour from last year. And if you guys haven't seen it, I'll link it up here. I was like looking through, and honestly, for what I want to do, I think I'm going to be changing like 70% of the decor from last year, and it's going to be completely different this year. The funny thing about this is that I was not planning on reinventing the wheel today. I was honestly like totally fine with just putting up the decorations I had last year, but I don't think I realized how much our house has changed. It's going to be totally different this year, and so I encourage y'all to just keep watching. But I do think that I'm only going to be able to get like our bedrooms and the living room done today. I've been like super low energy lately, like really not feeling well, and I think this is all I'm gonna be able to get done for this video. So I'm gonna make another one for next week where I'm gonna do like the kitchen and the dining room and probably like the back porch and all the other areas. So keep your eye out for that as well. Anyway, let's keep moving. Going to be hanging up the garland over our bed, and again I think I've decided that this is the last year that I'm going to use this garland. It is just too fake looking, and I tried to class it up this year with doing some velvet ribbons as opposed to like, you know, the pre-made little ones that you can buy at Walmart, like the big, you know what I'm talking about, like the like bow ribbons. I actually really grown attached to this style of ribbon. And then moving on over into Ivy's room, I'm gonna bring in these same Brooklinen cotton sheets that I have on our own bed. I just think that these look so cute with the quilt that she currently has on our bed from Brooklinen. And she was so excited to have a little Christmas bed. You could see her there helping me out there for a little bit. But yeah, it's always fun to bring Christmas into the girls' room a little bit. I never had that growing up, and I just think it's so fun and magical to have a little bit of Christmas in each one of the girls' room. I'm also bringing in a new vintage, antique, whatever you want to call it, quilted pillow here that you guys will see. And again, I'll tell you a little bit more about it in my Thriftmas video that I'm going to do. Actually, it's 2 weeks from now. And again, thank you so much to Brooklinen for kindly sponsoring today's video. Remember that right now Brooklinen is having their Black Friday sale and all Brooklinen items are 25% off through November 29th. Use my link below and you can save up to 40% when buying their bundles because you can stack their bundle deals with their Black Friday deal. This is your time to finally refresh your bedding or get a jump start on your holiday shopping since this is their largest sale of the year. Okay, well, I think that's about all that I have in me today. Oh my gosh. We worked hard over here, okay? It took a lot. So I think I am gonna wrap up today and then I will pick up next week where we can finish up the rest of the house. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me this time and we'll see you later. Bye.